Hey everyone, today I've got your It Chapter 2 movie review. I've been waiting literally all year to see this movie, but was it truly worth the wait? So as far as the story goes, Andy Muschietti directs part 2 of this updated version of It since the miniseries. I enjoyed the miniseries for what it was, but this time, this movie, it just gets taken on a whole other level. At times it was a funhouse sized roller coaster from start to finish when you have these now adult losers who return to Derry 27 years after the events of the first movie to finish what it started. While I pretty much knew what to expect going in to see this movie, I was blown away by the trailers and what they showed, and of course seeing key scenes play out like I had remembered from the original. And I still wanted to be surprised with what I saw because I loved the first It movie. I loved everything about it and how these kids all acted truly scared. Like, it almost didn't seem like they were really acting at times. And this time we see the adults' reactions to Pennywise on screen, and man, it just gets crazier by the minute. And this is a movie that's almost 3 hours long, so you would think, how much are they really going to delve into this story than what we've already known, especially for those who have read the Stephen King book. And for those who had seen the miniseries, it definitely seemed like a lot was shown and a lot was just going on left and right. Now, as far as the casting goes, I mean, you've got a great cast of adult actors who I remember when they announced the casting and then they showed the side-by-side pictures of the younger actors with these guys, I was like, yes, these guys were almost completely perfect. I mean, I'm probably, some of my favorite actors are in this movie, starting with my favorite actor, or at least one of my favorite actors, James McAvoy, who plays Bill. You've got Jessica Chastain, who plays Beverly, Bill Hader as Richie, and I gotta say this about Bill Hader is that he was by far the standout performance of this movie, and I was really shocked because normally I see him as this funny guy, but then if you guys have seen the show Barry, he definitely can pull off a more serious performance, and I really love that mix of personalities here. And you've even got Isaiah Mustafa as Mike, James Ransone as Eddie, Jay Ryan as Ben, Andy Bean as Stanley, and of course I have got to mention Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise. I mean, he was probably the main reason why I loved the first It movie, because of how he portrayed this scary evil clown. And I mean, it's also another reason why you might be seeing this character return to my channel next month. The things that I liked about this movie, I would say that despite what some people might say, not that it's a huge problem to me, but I found this movie to be scary at times. I wanted to get the full experience seeing this movie by sitting second row from the front, and a lot of people would probably think I was crazy because I just wanted to see all of that scary stuff jump out at me. And while I didn't necessarily jump at certain scenes that you would probably consider a jump scare, I mean, I did at times want to scream or turn away by what I was seeing because some of it was kind of disturbing. It almost felt uneasy to watch. I almost felt sick at one point, but it was also in a good way because it just got so creepy. But it was also funny too, so you get that balance of genres in this movie that you would normally think, okay, I'm gonna go in and see a horror movie, but it wasn't a straight up horror movie, but it also gave it a little bit something extra, which I think didn't take away from my overall experience of watching the movie, but it was still fun to see, like, you know, how were they going to up the ante as well as keep things consistent from the first movie. Unfortunately, the things that I didn't really like about this movie, and this is kind of something I'd be nitpicking, and I feel like I nitpick a lot in movies where, I mean, obviously the original It miniseries, you know, it's very dated looking, and here, some of the CGI was just unnecessary, and really they should have opted to use a lot more practical effects, because I loved some of those scenes where you truly felt immersed in this world with the set design and the art direction. But here it just felt like too much CGI was used, and it kind of took me out of the movie a little bit, because I wasn't as scared by what I was seeing, even though certain things were creepy to look at. But it was just, it almost felt too like fakey looking to me. So overall, I would say that this movie is still pretty knockout film. I really enjoyed watching it, and I keep saying it because, it's It Chapter 2 now, part 2 from the other movie that came out just a couple of years ago. So it was really cool to see even the young losers still sort of look like they were young in this movie, so they didn't really age much. But I felt satisfied with what I saw. So I would recommend seeing this movie, whether or not you've read the book, seen the miniseries, or saw It Chapter 1. Definitely see this movie. So I would give this 4 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of It Chapter 2. And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates, can bring a week for a Chill Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. And I'll see you guys later.